Hello everyone, I am Nikhil Kumar. Welcome back to a GitHub Action series. In the last video, we have automated Ansible linting with the GitHub Action. In today's video, we will be enhancing the same workflow to incorporate Python linting and security checks in the GitHub Action pipeline. Let's dive straight in. So this is our GitHub workflow for the Ansible lint which we have created in our last demo. So we are going to update the same workflow file by incorporating the changes of the Pylint and the Bandit. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to segregate the Python files from the modified files. So in this particular step of this workflow, we are getting the modified file from the pull request event, and in this we are getting a modified file from the push event. So we don't need to touch anything on these two steps. So basically these two steps are getting the modified file from each of the event. Where we need to update our logic is to segregate the file. Here in this particular step we are segregating the YAML file. So in this particular task we need to update the Python logic so that we can segregate the Python files as well. So what we am going to do, I'm going to edit this file. So first of all, I'm going to update this step by updating or creating a new variable, that is Python files. So it will be an empty string just like the YAML files, and inside that I am going to add a logic to segregate the Python file. So in this particular step I am going to add a condition using the elif $file equal to check where the file ends with .py. And I'm going to update the Python file variable. So let me update it to the files, and here Python underscore files equal to $Python underscore files variable and the file. So basically it will segregate the files which ends with .py and update it into the Python files variable. Similarly, I'm going to add a echo statement here for the Python files as well. Segregated Python files, and going to print those files as well. And I'm also storing into the output, that is our GitHub output, Python files equal to $Python files, and I'm going to update into the GitHub output so that we can use it in our subsequent task. And I'm going to update this thing to YAML and Python files. Now in this particular step we can get the segregated files which are Python and YAML files. And now I'm going to add one more step, that is to scan the Python code with the Pylint. So let me add this step, that is to scan Python code using Pylint. And here we are going to add a run condition and specifying the variable, that is Python files, which will get the information from our previous task, that is the segregate step, $steps dot segregate -files dot output dot the variable which we gave here, that is Python files, and curly braces closed. Now if condition to check if Python file is having some values or not. Square bracket and then and I'm going to run the Pylint and the variable, that is Python underscore files, and else condition just to print if no Python file found, and skip the linting of Python code. So now our code is ready. Let me commit these changes, and let's modify one file which is a Python file. Okay, and let's see, is it going to taken care by the Pylint scan. So I'm adding a print statement here, that is test123, committing the changes as well. Let me refresh this. So this is a test.py file which I just modified. So it's waiting for GitHub runner to pick up this job. So it got picked by the runner. Now let's see. We can see this is a modified file from the push event, but it got failed at the segregate level because we have missed something in our code, unexpected end of line while looking for matching this. So let me go back and see the changes which we have made. Yeah, so here I missed to close this double quote. So let me add this and save this file again. And let's modify the same file, that is test.py, and I'm adding 4 here just to make a commit. And let's go back and let's see the output of this one. And we need to change the job name from Ansible into Ansible and Python scan. This time it worked and it's able to segregate the Python file as well, that is our test.py. And if we see the Ansible playbook, so it skipped the Ansible lint because there is no Ansible playbooks over there. And if we come here, this is the file, and here as well we are getting one error, that is because of the end of file while looking for a matching. So let's go back and see Ansible lint, and this is the task where we are getting an issue. Here I missed to add the double quote here, so there's a typo here as well. Let me modify this and go back to the test.py and let me add or modify this file. And let's go back to our workflow, that is to update test.py. Let's see. Hopefully this time it will work fine because there is some typo with the double quotes over there, and I have resolved those. And if we see here, yes, because it worked fine, but it doesn't work to run the Pylint because Pylint is not installed over there. So let's quickly install the Pylint in this machine. It's a Python package, so Pylint. So now Pylint got installed. Let me rerun this. Testing Pylint. Commit the changes and let's see. Hopefully this time it will work. Now we have installed the Pylint as well. Now it worked fine. As we can see, it shows the output of that particular Pylint command, and we can see this is like asking us to add the module docstring, and we have one unused module, that is a import OS, so it's like it's working fine. Similarly, we need to do the same thing for the Bandit, but first we need to install the Bandit as well, as Bandit is not installed in this particular machine. Let me install Bandit. So in that case we don't need to like reinstall it after running the workflow. Now let's modify the same file so we can incorporate the changes of the Bandit as well. Let me go here and edit this file. So instead of this, like Python -ansible -scan.yml, and in this we are going to add one more step to scan the Python code using Bandit. So here the same step we am going to use, so let me copy paste the thing here, and then we are going to specify the Bandit command -r and Python _files. So this is the command to run the Bandit scan if you are not aware how to use Bandit and Pylint. So I have already covered one video on the same, so I would suggest to check it before going with this particular demo. And else no echo, no Python files found, skipping bandit scan and closing the if condition. Let me commit these changes as well, and let me modify the file as well, that is our test.py and bandit commit, and let's see how this particular workflow will work. So this is the one. So let's see, it failed at the Pylint scan, so it didn't move ahead and like go and run with the bandit. So let me change one thing here and remove the this, and let's add a comment adding print statement, so it will not throw a Pylint issue. Let's see. So it's running the Pylint and it failed again. What is that error? Missing the doc string. Let's resolve this one. So let's I think I need to add a doc string. So for that, let me add a doc string here. So this is test code. Commit the changes and let's go back to our workflow. This time it worked, but it failed. I think there is some kind of issue with our command. Let's go back and see the file. I think I mistyped something over there. Let's see. Okay, bandit. Okay, these are typo in the Python files. And let me commit this and modify the test.py file again. Bandit, let's see, and go back to our workflow page, and this is our code. So yeah, it worked fine. It's able to run the bandit scan against that Python file, and we can see this is the output coming up. Now let's modify the naming convention over there. As we can see, the old name is coming up, Ansible and Python lint and security checker for push and pull request, and here we need to update the job name to Ansible Python scan. If we come here as well, we can see it will update these things as well. This is the one, and that's it. Our Python linting and security scanning workflow is working fine, whether you are working on a solo project or collaborating with a team. Automating these checks can save your hours of debugging. You will catch those bugs, security vulnerabilities, and bad practices before they reach out to the production. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss out our upcoming videos on the GitHub Action series. Have any questions or run into problems, drop them in the comments below. I will sure to help you out. Until then, happy coding, stay secure, have a nice day.